What do I say? It's 6 days to Christmas. It's a time that we all wait to make sure that we mark after all the good things we've done for the year, saving for the year, and trying to just wait that period to celebrate, entertain our friends, and also get to travel. Well, this time I hope to travel to Bolga. One man who has been to Bolga Tanga, the Upper East Regional Capital, is Kojo Yankson. Good morning to you, Kojo.
Oh, good morning, Daddy Roro.
Yeah, Akayet Hotel.
Yes, indeed. Do you still remember the number?
I do.
Oh, I doubt it.
But I'm not going to mention today. You're not going to trick me to do that.
Well, I thought I had you there. But it's great to see you, and I'm sure you'll have a wonderful time at Akayet.
How was your yesterday? I mean, your yesterday evening.
You know, I was on the Pulse, and it was after the Pulse that I, perhaps a couple of hours after the Pulse that I got out of here. And I had a couple of other meetings and got home quite late.
You look like a busy man. The Wall Street of Ghana. But in the meantime, though, can you just take us through what we have for the morning?
Sure, there's a lot going on.
Are we bringing a morning man's message to our viewers today?
Yes, we'll have a message from the morning man today. It's been a while, so I thought I'd bring one today. And we'll also bring you today a review of the fiscal year. We've been speaking to some members of Parliament's Finance Committee. Kaselato Forson is a member. He's also a member of Parliament for Ijuma Kwenyan Siam. Daniel Ochimabwaje is MP for Bantama. And it's going to be exciting, the two of them, who are obviously on the Finance Committee of Parliament, will, get us to understand from both sides how our economy has performed, how we have performed financially, fiscally in the year 2018. You can't miss it. It's going to be fascinating stuff, isn't it, Roland?
Yeah, definitely. But moving on December 10, over 160 world leaders and representatives of government met in Morocco, the Moroccan city of Marrakesh. And they were there just to adopt the Global Compact for safe, orderly, and regular migration. You know, all the things we talk about going through the desert and Mediterranean. But they signed a compact. It's called the Global Compact for Migration. And it's the first ever, apparently, UN-coordinated global agreement on a common approach on dealing with international migration in all its dimensions. There are currently over 258 million migrants around the world living outside their original countries of birth. Kojo has traveled on some of those routes, not through the Mediterranean though, but flying over the Mediterranean.
Oh, boy.
And there are a number of increasing reasons, Kojo, that's why people travel. And it will be interesting to find some of those.
Yes, indeed. And more people travel every year. Which means populations keep growing around the world. Connectivity increases, trade also increases. But with that, you also get an increase in inequality, demographic imbalances, climate change. All of these are affected by migration. And of course, you have to look at the other side, the opportunities and benefits which the migrants get from migration. Host communities also benefit greatly from that. Communities of origin also benefit from all the remissions and so forth. So look, there's a complex conversation to be had about migration, but the problem is that when it's not regulated well, it can create some significant challenges. So today we'll be looking at some of those challenges, overwhelming social infrastructures with the unexpected arrival of large numbers of people. This is one of the biggest fears of the supporters of Donald Trump in the United States. Death of migrants who are undertaking dangerous journeys, another big downside. We've seen what Roland was referring to happen over and over again as people try to cross from Africa to Europe. And for the 5th straight year, the IOM has witnessed the deaths of at least 2,000 irregular migrants seeking to reach Europe alone via the Mediterranean. Of course, our guest today will help us understand the complexity of this. Sylvia Lopez-Ekra will be here, and she happens to be the head of mission for International Organization on Migration, IOM, and she's based here in Ghana. It's going to be fascinating stuff, don't miss it.
But we have some events around the corner again. It's the Joy FM Family Party in the park. It is the biggest family outdoor event organized to help families relax, bond, and also enjoy some family time with each other after a whole year of work, as well as school and other forms of activities. And it will be convened on December 28th 2 at the Legon Botanical Gardens. It will be between the hours of 10 to 6 p.m. And so please make sure that you do make a date. So we'll be talking about it, the Joy FM family party in the park. It will be exciting.
Indeed. Stay tuned for that. And then, of course, we will wrap up with some showbiz news brought to you thanks to Awake Purified Water. Don't miss the team when they join us with the headlines from around the world of entertainment.